Imagine you're at home and you flip a light switch. The bulb glows instantly. You don't think about the miles of wires or the massive power plants making it happen. But what if I told you that every time you ask an AI a question, you're engaging in a global infrastructure war that's reshaping the very planet we live on? We usually think AI is in the cloud, like it's made of magic and mist. It feels weightless. But the truth is much heavier. Think of the internet in the 1990s like a giant library where the goal was just to mail books to people faster. AI is different. It's not just mailing the book, it's a machine that's trying to read the book, understand it, and write a new one for you on the spot. This shift from sending to thinking requires a massive amount of physical muscle that we are currently running out of. Back in the late 90s, everyone was obsessed with fiber optic cables, those thin glass wires that carry data. We laid so much of it that we actually had way more than we needed. We called it dark fiber. But today, the new gold isn't cables. It's GPUs. Think of a standard computer chip like a master chef who can cook one complex meal at a time. A GPU is like a kitchen with 1,000 junior chefs all chopping onions at the exact same second. AI needs those 1,000 chefs to learn how to think. The problem is, almost all these chef chips come from one company, NVIDIA. If their supply chain breaks, the brain of the modern world stops growing. It's a single point of failure that makes our new smart world very fragile. Unlike those glass cables from the 90s that last for decades, these AI chips get old and slow in just a few years. We're on a treadmill of building and replacing that never stops. You've probably heard that AI is software. But the biggest hurdle to AI today isn't a line of code, it's a wall outlet. We're building superbrains that are so hungry for electricity, they're tapping out the power grids of entire cities. Searching on Google is like turning on a tiny LED flashlight for a second. Asking an AI a question is like turning on a giant power-hungry microwave. Training a single massive AI model can use as much electricity as 0.1% of all of New York City uses in an entire year. Imagine buying the world's most powerful toaster, but your house's wiring is so old that if you plug it in, the lights flicker and the fuse blows. Tech companies have millions of dollars in AI chips sitting in boxes because they don't have enough warm shells. These warm shells are just buildings with enough power and cooling to actually plug the chips in. To keep up, companies are now looking at building their own nuclear reactors just to keep the AI running. In the 90s, lots of small startups tried to get rich and failed. Today, the infrastructure war is being fought by hyperscalers, the massive tech giants with fortress balance sheets. Most new AI startups are just wrappers. It's like a restaurant that doesn't have a kitchen, they just buy food from a giant factory and put it in their own branded boxes. If the factory changes its recipe or closes, the restaurant vanishes instantly. We are at a turning point in history. We've spent the last 30 years building a way to move information. Now, we're building a way to generate intelligence. It's not just a software update, it's a physical transformation of our world, from the chips in Taiwan to the power grids in Iowa. We're building a cognitive layer for human history. If we get this right, we could see a golden age of productivity. But first, we have to figure out how to plug it in without blowing the fuse.
Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this take, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe for more stories. We'll see you in the next one.